My father died in 2009. I've talked about him a little bit before. He wasn't a good man, not necessarily a bad man, but he did have some magnificently fucked up genes, mentally speaking, that were very much passed down to his children. But none of that is actually important. Well, I mean, it is important, but it's not. It's the subject for perhaps another video at another time. One that would definitely be a far more creative themed discussion, since that inherited House of Cards brain chemistry has had a dramatically outsized impact on my creative life, simultaneously enabling it while at the same time severely handicapping it. Again, a subject for another time. What is important about my father for this particular conversation is this. The man was 55 years old when he randomly dropped dead that summer in 2009. 55. And well, in just a few days, I'll be turning fucking 40. So yeah, fuck. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Krumbine, and this is Emergency Creative. I post episodes every Sunday and broadly talk about that intersection of creative expression, creative process, and mental health. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It's a signal to YouTube that really genuinely helps the videos. Also, it's my birthday, so liking and subscribing is just a nice thing to do, you thankless fucking assholes. But look, if I'm being honest, I have never actually cared for birthdays or holidays in general. I think it's that fucked up brain chemistry I mentioned earlier. I just don't logically see any meaning in these special days. Or maybe it's a nature versus nurture thing, and those special days weren't particularly special in my formative years. I don't know. That might be part of it, but I have certainly tried making meaning later in life, and well, it still didn't work. I just don't care, you know? Holidays and birthdays are just another day. But 40? Fuck. Like, actual heavy fucking fuck. There's the obvious shit. Over the hill, middle-aged, lordy, fuck me. But I think the real gravity behind this milestone, at least for a guy who doesn't give a shit about milestones in the first place, it's that 40 is this proverbial line in the sand, you know? All the way through your 30s, you still feel young. You still look around at all those other people and see them as adults, whatever the fuck that means. But 40? 40 means that no matter how you may feel on the inside, and no matter how you may look on the outside, 40 means you are definitely not young anymore. And you know what? Don't, please do not get me wrong. I don't actually care. Guys, I don't. I give a grand total of 0 fucks about getting old, mostly because I've always been old. Even as a child, I was a grumpy old man. My outsides catching up with my insides is just, I don't know, convenient, I guess. What I'm getting at here is that 40 isn't like 35 or 28 or whatever. It's not just another meaningless milestone. It feels like there is this inherent, inescapable, cosmic fucking quality to 40. And maybe I don't know. Maybe this existential turning point will end up revealing the meaning that has otherwise eluded me for the first 39 years. Maybe. Or maybe I'm racing towards an expiration date foreshadowed by my own father, and the universe just cut my fucking brake lines. When you're a teenager, 15 years is a fucking lifetime. But when you're 40, 15 years is it's a long fucking nap. Look, I'm not sitting here literally being scared of dropping dead at 55. Honestly, at the rate the world is spiraling, it'll be a miracle if most of us even make it that far in the first place. But what I am saying is that this milestone, existential, ephemeral, whatever you want to call it, this milestone has meaning in a way I've never really experienced before. And I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. Other than, obviously, word vomit all over YouTube, so, you know. you're welcome. I guess even with that bullshit 15-year expiry date, it makes sense to look forward a bit. And I guess to do that, I should take stock of those first 39 years. But the thing is, I mean, sure, there have been disappointments, 2 marriages, 2 divorces, other failed relationships, jobs, whatever. But that's all they were, disappointments, disappointments, not regrets. I am exactly where I want to be in life. And I live a very simple, very quiet, very intentional life by design. I've pursued and created almost all the art I've ever wanted to create. There was a time, sure, when I wanted kids. But the window for that closed a long time ago. And honestly, again, with the direction the world seems to be spiraling, well, that's probably for the best. I still have my 4-legged life partner, Jerry, and as cliched as it sounds, Jesus, fuck, I never really knew what unconditional love felt like, what happiness felt like, until Jerry. That's pretty fucking satisfying. So, again, there isn't any particular major life goal lingering just out of reach. I joke that I am in semi-retirement. But it's not really that much of a joke. I have my backyard. I have my dog. I have my art. I suppose if there is one thing I'd really like to do, it would be to have the freedom to fully step away from the corporate creative space. And honestly, obviously, that is what my YouTube channels are all about. Getting to a place over the next handful of years where, on the one hand, my living expenses are as small and minimal as possible, and on the other hand, I am making enough money on YouTube to fully retire from corporate creative. If I can do that by 50, who knows? I might even still have 5 whole years left to really make the most of retirement. I guess if there is a moral to the story, it's that milestones on the whole are bullshit. I'm pretty sure you only have one life to live. And if you want to do something creative, well, just fucking do it. Because who knows? You might drop dead at 55 and then, right? Pretty sure you'll feel like a giant fucking idiot if you never did any of the creative shit you always said that you wanted to do. Anyhow, happy fucking birthday to me. Like and subscribe if you like liking and subscribing. Until next week, stay creative, friends.